Okay, so we have this function here, and we want to find the derivative of it. Well, to do that, you have to take a chain rule inside of a chain rule inside a chain rule. It just keeps going and going and going. So you're going to start at the very beginning here. Start at the outside and go into the inside. So you have cosh, and you're going to take the derivative of cosh. The derivative of cosh is sinh. I think that's how you pronounce it. So you're going to take the sinh of u. Well, your u is the inside function here, which is arcsine 1 plus 4x squared plus 5x squared all squared. All squared. Anyways, so that's going to be your u. Well, you have to take the derivative of that u also, which is why we have a du here. And all the things that are circled or squared are things you're going to need later on. And this is just how I mapped it out so I can keep track of stuff. So your arcsine here, you're going to need another sub. So I substituted v and made v the 1 plus 4x squared plus 5 over x all squared. Well, I had to take the derivative of that also. And the derivative of v is 0 because 1 goes to 0, plus the derivative of 4x squared plus 5x squared. Now the important thing here is when you're taking the chain rule, you always have to multiply the derivative of it. So, because we do that, we made this L as another sub. So L is 4x squared plus 5x. Well, the derivative of 4x squared is 8x, and the derivative of 5x, as you see here, is 5x to the negative 1. It's the same here, and then it goes negative 5x to the negative 2, which becomes negative 5x squared. So this is our new derivative for L. Well, we take that and we plug it in here. Remember, with the chain rule, you have to multiply what you had, the derivative of what you had, times the derivative of what it became. So you take that, and it's 2 times what you had, so L, and what it became, the derivative of what it became, which is 8x minus 5x squared, or dl. Now we plug that in, we do some simple calculations. Your dv becomes 64x cubed minus 50 over x cubed plus 40. It's kind of blurry. There you go, it's a little better. And then you're going to start putting it all back together. So like I said here, this is how I'm going to map everything out. So sinh of u, because you have derivative of cosh, which is sinh, becomes sinh of arcsine of u times all your derivatives over here. So we're going to start over here. We have sinh of arcsine of u. So we're going to plug in u, and then we have times the derivative of u, which is du, times the derivative of that, which is dv. Now the derivative of du is 1 over square root of 1 minus v squared, and that is just a common derivative that we get off of our paperwork from Kelly's class. So we have sinh of h, because we're plugging everything in, arcsine 1 plus 4x squared plus 5x plus 5 over x all squared. Now this is the derivative that we were taking at the very beginning up here. This is the regular stuff, this sinh, derivative of this, with this being the u. And then, because we had to take the derivative of the arcsine, we get 1 over the square root of 1 minus 1 plus 4x squared plus 5x squared, all squared. Now, you could multiply this out and simplify it, but that's a lot of work. And a lot of confusing numbers where we could just get messed up again. So then you multiply it by the derivative of dv, because you had to have a derivative for the 4x squared plus 5x. And we figured out that became dl, which was 64x cubed minus 50 over x cubed plus 40. So overall, this is your ending derivative here. The sinh of arcsine 1 plus 4x squared plus 5 over x all squared times the derivative, which is 1 over the square root of 1 minus 1 plus 4x squared plus 5 over x squared all squared, 64 times 64x cubed minus 50 over x cubed plus 40. Sorry, I'm really bad at explaining things. This is why I'm never going to become a math teacher, because I would just confuse everyone. But there you go.